Hey fellow drone enthusiasts, and of course a shout out to my friends at the Drone Seekers. This is Marcus Crawford, or Idaho Sledhead as I'm known on my YouTube channel. This is an introduction video to a flight I actually did a couple days ago. I talked about this the other day. I picked up a Phantom 4 used on eBay. This is the original Phantom 4. And we had a little bit of break in the weather. In fact, I'm looking out my window and it's cloudy and raining right now. So, and it's supposed to be like that for the next week or so. So there probably won't be much opportunity to fly. But anyway, we had a nice sunny break in the weather. Although it was very cold, it was below freezing, probably -1 or 2 Celsius, about I don't know, 28 or 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I went out to Lucky Peak Reservoir because I wanted to get that thing up in the air and try it out. And man, it was really a nice day to do it because the sun was out and all of the banks of the reservoir were snow covered and the mountains around it were snow covered. So I took the Phantom 4 up and I think got some pretty decent video. I also took let me grab it here. Took the Mavic Zoom and I put it up in the air, and pardon me, I'll turn around so you can hear me. I flew around and tried to get some pictures of the Phantom 4 in a hover state. So anyway, it was kind of fun to do. It proves to me that I'm not a very good drone pilot because I really struggled to get good pictures. But I think we did get, you take enough video and there's going to be a certain amount of it just by accident that's going to be pretty scenic. So I think I got some good stuff. We'll edit it down to just the scenic part of it. And I guess I better tell you a little bit more about Lucky Peak Reservoir. Lucky Peak Reservoir, I've got it up on my screen here, was they started building it in 1949 and it was finished in 1955, and it's part of a series of off-stream water storage in what they call the Treasure Valley, which is where Boise and Meridian, this area I live in, is called. And it's a big agricultural area here. Idaho, of course, is famous for potatoes, but there's also a huge dairy industry that I was involved in my whole career, and a lot of other agriculture, grain, etc. So they need a lot of water, is the point, I guess. So there's plenty of off-stream. They get this off-stream storage, and you'll see Lucky Peak Reservoir. Just above it is called Arrow Rock. There's an Arrow Rock Dam and another reservoir right above it. And then just below it is what they call the Boise Diversion Dam that generates a little bit of power. Lucky Peak itself is not for power generation mostly, although my understanding is in the 1980s, believe it or not, Seattle City Light put in a power generator there, so it generates a little bit of power for Seattle City Light, ironically not Boise. But anyway, the drone itself, I think it's worth talking about, and I talked about it a little bit on my other video. One of the missions of my channel is to show people that you don't have to spend a small fortune to get into this sport. And in looking at some of the new drones, cheaper drones coming out, obviously I've done a ton of videos with this little guy, the little Hubsan Zeno. I paid $300 for this thing, and I still maintain that it's an amazing value for a little folding drone with a 4K camera, etc. So, but they have their issues. That Zeno, boy, a lot of firmware updates and stuff to get it working correctly. And now that new FIMI X8 has just hit the market. I've got one of those ordered. I've ordered it about 2 months ago. Still hasn't shown up. It has a lot of features on it that look promising, although if you look at the reviews online, the guys that have it already, there's a number of problems with it. So hopefully they get those straightened out. So I got to thinking about, well, what could somebody buy right now that's a solid drone that has a lot of the features that people are looking for, but yet not have to spend $1,200 or $1,500 on a new drone. And this immediately came to mind. So I looked on eBay and I purchased this Phantom 4 for $510. Right after I bought this one, and it came with 2 batteries, I saw another one with just a single battery go for $470, and it was free shipping. So somebody got that thing for $470. Well, you know, you're gonna, which would you rather have, that or that FEMI for $500 and with all the problems that it has? So real quickly, let's just go over the features of this thing. Of course, it has the 4K camera on a 3-axis gimbal, 4K 30 frames per second. I know the Phantom 4 Pro has a better camera. It's got a bigger sensor on there. This has got a smaller sensor, but it still takes unbelievably fantastic video. It does have front-facing obstacle avoidance. It's got a couple of cameras here, so it won't just fly straight into something. What it doesn't have is it doesn't have anything on the side or the back like the Phantom 4 Pro does. Now, you could buy a Phantom 4 Pro used, but they're more money. They're probably another $300 or $400. So that kind of takes it up to where, well, shoot, you could buy a first-gen Mavic Pro for that much. So this seemed to be the one to me that made the most sense. And also, I want to point out on the bottom here, it's got the sonic sensors and it's got optical sensors. So precision landing, you'll see in the video, oh my gosh, this thing is the best at precision landing that I've seen. It landed right on the spot. So that's about it, and you know, we're going to do a ton of flying with this thing. I'm going to get it out, and we're going to try all the different flight modes. There's a number of flight modes that vary a little bit from what I'm used to with the Mavic 2 Zoom. So we'll try them out, and I just think it's probably an alternative for somebody that's thinking about getting into the sport. It's not as portable. So it's just not as portable. But maybe if you're starting out, maybe you don't need that. Now, if you're somebody that's gonna, your picture of taking your drone out is always going to be hiking off into the boondocks or at the top of a mountain, yeah, you know, it might be harder to carry that thing than it would be a smaller drone. But to start out, maybe not so bad. The other thing I can tell you about it is it felt very powerful. So it felt like it could withstand a lot of wind and other things, and it was also an absolute pleasure to fly. So one of the criticisms of this guy is that the sticks are very sensitive and it's really hard to fly smoothly, especially with a hack like me. It's kind of tough. The Phantom was very smooth and very easy to fly and very easy to make it do what you wanted it to do. Hey everybody, I apologize there. The battery went dead in the camera, so I had to change out the battery, get it started again. But everything else aside, let me throw that footage up that I got with the Phantom 4 out at Lucky Peak Reservoir. Like I said, also you'll see some footage. I took the Mavic 2 Zoom up there, and I actually used the zoom function on it, and I got some footage of the Phantom 4 hovering. So let's roll it. It was really a fun day to fly, and I had a great time out there doing that. A couple of things. I want to give a shout out to Sean Matthews at the Drone Seekers. Sean always gives me credit on his live show, and I absolutely appreciate that. And also I want to thank Bill the Drone Reviewer on Bill's show today. He promoted the video that I did with the little Hubsan Zeno carrying the Osmo Pocket around. It was all just kind of a bit of fun there. And also Ron at RC World, thank you, Ron. I appreciate all the help that you've given me too. So anyway, this is Marcus Crawford, or Idaho Sledhead as I'm known on my YouTube channel, out. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. And man, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.